Hello again, dear viewers. This is Effing Controller, and we are in Oslo. And we are going to go to Turkey because we are hungry for turkey. That joke really doesn't make any sense because there's nothing Hungarian about this Let's Play so far. Maybe we're hungry for turkey and we'll go together for dinner for turkey, but we'll go Dutch. Oh, I guess we weren't even in Oslo, we were in Copenhagen. Well, this so far has been a riveting episode. We are going to go down to Bristol. Actually, before we go to Trebizond, which is the ultimate aim that I have right now, I need to go to Trebizond to get information about the Sword of Destiny or something. And Bristol is an obvious detour. No, it's not. We're going to go to Bristol to make a purchase and do another thing that I will tell you about here momentarily. Bristol, along with Dublin, sells a really lovely weapon, and I think we are still able to get it. Oh, curses! We are not. So, I think I'm going to kill some time here in the harbor. Hey, guy. Hey, Blondie. I'm going to tip over your flowers. Didn't really happen. Ah, come on. The amount of time that you spend in a given building is completely random. It's either a half hour, an hour and a half, or 2 hours. So it's not completely random, I guess. I misspoke, technically. Okay, enough of that shit. We're gonna go to the trade office. No, we're not. We are going to go to the trade office and then realize quickly that we mean to actually go to the shipyard. Now, Bristol here is allied with England. And that's all well and good. I have nothing against the British in particular, except for the fact that they make execrable food. Ha ha ha. Actually, what I'm interested in is that little gear thingy on the right about this port. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in the port. I'm going to invest a whopping 5 ingots, which is the maximum you can invest at a time. And let's look off, well, first of all, we can see here Bristol is allied with Holland. Now, that's peculiar. Well, what happens is when you invest in a port, whether it's in the trade office to increase its trade or commerce or whatever, or whether you invest here in the shipyard, which increases its industry, you're going to have the port become more closely allied with you, with your country. Now, you can also see on the bottom of that gear thingy, sprocket, whatever you want to call it, there's a 50,000 there. That's how much money I've sunk into this port here. The reason that's important is that that number 380 is going to increase. That's that industrial rating. If that increases enough, we'll be able to buy some really excellent ships here. Bristol is one of, I think, 5 or so ports that can sell you some badass ships. And it's not something I knew about up until not too long ago, actually, when I was reading an FAQ about the game. So, it's something I wanted to cover because I didn't want anybody else to suffer the same fate as I did. Because I went through the game, playing through it, just playing with only the ships that are available at the very, very beginning. And while most of those are pretty good, you can do a lot better. So, we're going to try and get Bristol up to maximum output on its shipyard so that we can buy some cool shit. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. I don't have rewind enabled either. Oh, good. We can still go to the item shop. So, Bristol also is cool because it sells you a decent weapon. And that is the Claymore. If you've seen Braveheart, you know what these are. Alright. So now we have excellent armor, well, pretty good armor, and a pretty good weapon. And now we are going to go to Trebizond. And that investing thing, by the way, it does decrease your relations with the country that you took the port from, for obvious reasons. So you need to be a little bit careful with that, because you can really piss people off if you do that too much. And as a trader, you'll be investing a lot because you want to get access to really good trade goods. And so if you do that too much, without regard for how much the other countries start hating you, you can get attacked by their battle fleets, which isn't pretty, necessarily. But we are just a simple adventurer, and we're not going to be doing that too much. We're not actually going to be investing a whole lot. We will be investing in Bristol and a few other ports, but largely we're not going to be too interested in... Oh, stay away from him. Let's actually see who that was. He kind of started to jog our way. That's Kyra-Din, okay. One of the most menacing pirate fleets in the game. Actually, probably the most menacing pirate fleet in the game. What was I saying? Investing? Well, it's kind of dangerous, I guess, was the lesson. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of cruise along here. Sailing by the Peloponnese here. Okay, and so Trebizond should be along the north coast of Turkey. And we need to go there to go to the guild, I think. To the guild or the cafe or something. I think to the cafe. That's right, because we're supposed to talk to Alfasi, and he's going to be in the cafe. I think. We'll find out. Here we are in Trebizond. Which is a pretty mediocre port. Probably don't need to spend a lot of time in here for any reason, actually. Actually, I think one of the townspeople says... Oh, okay. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Okay, oh yeah, cafe. Where's the cafe? There we go. Let's find this Alfasi character. Alfasi, not to be confused with Fozzie. Fozzie Bear. He is not there. He could be in the lodge, though, so we're going to look for him there. And if he's not anywhere here, I might have to go to the guild again and try to track him down. Let's talk to him. There you go. He's got kind of a fucked up eye. Whatever. Sword of Destiny, I've got a map, but I've had no luck finding it. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Okay, and also I want to hire you two. Despite your messed up eye. So I bet that there's like a little flag or something that you have to tick and then untick. Let's try now. Oh, you turd. I want to hire you. Fine. Forget about it. Okay, so let's look at a couple things here. Let's look at our character info, and I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about with the loss of relations. So you can see we gained relations with Holland because they're like, oh, you got us a port, thank you. But England said, oh, you robbed us of a port. Curse you, etc. Okay, oh, and the other thing I was going to look at, right, is here. And map of sword. Such a huge sword, it needs a map. Alright, let's see where it is. Let's see where it is? No. Okay. Trying to figure out where that would be. Now, it's obviously in a place with a desert, because you can see off to the right there's some desert, and then to the north there's some desert. You know, I've got to say, this is surprising, because I played through this game a lot, and I don't know where that is. I'm almost tempted to think it's the Nile. So, we're probably going to head that way and see. There's no harm in that. You can actually go to the guild and have them tell you where it is. But it costs a ton of money, so we're not going to do that. We're going to fill up the bum fondle, and we're going to go on a little bit of a side adventure here, just so that we can catch something. And, by the way, I've learned my lesson in terms of pre-recording a lot of footage on this game, because people make suggestions for port names, and I'm already well far away from where they've suggested the names. I got a couple suggestions for some ports in Australia that I will change the port name to. Wait a minute. What the crap is going on? What? It's a merman. I'm thinking of the Death Clock song Mermaider right now. Oh, female voices. Well, whatever. Under the sea! Oh my god, we're getting mermaid raped. Oh, and they... Oh no! Some of our guys threw themselves into the quote-unquote ocean, even though we're in a river, and I think this is the Danube. I didn't know that there were mermaids in the Danube, so fun fact, I guess. But we have actually lost crew as a result of that little encounter. That's actually mostly what I was going up the river here for. But also for this, the port of Belgrade, which we're not going to visit, but I will take suggestions for names on that one as well. But like I was saying, the whole interactivity thing gets kind of diluted if I decide to like completely leave the area that I'm talking about. So I do have a habit of pre-recording, not that anybody's interested in this, but I try to pre-record a little bit because my time is somewhat scarce. And I only have so much time in a day to play video games and talk to people who may or may not care about them. So I need to economize my time as much as possible, and that includes playing like a maniac for a while. And thus I record a lot of footage, and thus I get out of the area that I'm talking about, and I think you guys have figured out what I'm trying to say here. I'm going to stop talking about it. I am doing the old in and out here at the harbor, and I actually could have stayed out. We're going to go to the cafe now because I want to get my crew back up to snuff here. Oh, you asses. We actually have to wait until 8. I forgot about that. Gonna do it at the lodge. Okay, move it. Thank you. I like how they do just move if you push them. Let's see if there's any sailors here. Benito. Hey! He looks very Fonzarelli-ish. Come on. The fact that I haven't been getting such good responses from these jokers. You penis. You... God. There's no pleasing some people. I am an excellent captain, if I do say so myself, and I do. Alright, I'm gonna treat some jokers, and I don't know why I would want to visit Tripoli. Gotta say. Oh my god. Went a little overboard, if you'll forgive the pun. Okay. Moving right along. We are going to go down the Nile and see if my hunch is correct. If it's not correct, then I am thinking possibly... What are some other rivers that flow through deserts in this game? In kind of a north-south direction. I don't know. We'll find out, though. We will find it, damn it! We need to find the Sword of Destiny. So, there's the desert there. Oh, yeah, this is looking good already. Yeah. Right? Wait a minute. No, it's not. What? Okay, let's go back up. If you happen to know where it is, and you're watching this, as I'm putting this up, don't tell me. This is a stumper. I can't tell where that is. The only other place I can think of is the river that you take to get to what's it called? Timbuktu. That seems reasonable. We're gonna head that way. Wait, no. Oh my god. I'm sorry, folks. Thinking is really not my strong suit right now, so let's take another quick look. I've got to figure this out. Because you can see that there are palm trees, and then it goes to the piney looking trees, the sprucey ones. So those are different biomes or temperature levels in the game. I'm a little bit perturbed. I don't... Oh, I know where it is. It's got to be in the southern hemisphere. because those mountain models that they had, or sprites, not models, are only used in the southern hemisphere, I believe. Okay, well, it's going to be somewhere maybe in South America then. So that's actually a good excuse to go to South America, which we haven't even looked at yet. What else are we going to do? I think I've got everything I need. Oh, I was going to see if I could find some hearties. Arr! For our crew here, because we need to start getting more mates so that we can have more ships and have more fun. Fun! Have fun! God damn you! I don't know what that was about. Let's go to the cafe, and we will try to find somebody who wants to hang out with us. Which is the mission of any trip to the cafe, I guess. Just about. Athens usually has this fellow, Gus Johnson. And he looks very Oliver Twist. Please, sir, I want some more. Alright, we're going to treat him. And, oh, he likes us a lot. We're going to hire him. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, it gets to the point where you can nickel and dime him down to like 10 per month, but that's a piddly amount of gold, regardless. The reason why Gus Johnson is somebody that I think a lot of players tend to pick as one of their mates is because, I will show you, actually. He has gunnery, which is that little cannon thing. That is a really desirable trait for your mates to have, because it obviously makes them really good at gunnery. Durr. So having him along is good. Jacob just has negotiation. And Hans, I think, has just cartography, which is kind of the lamest of all to have. Or stellar navigation, actually, is technically what he has. I have cartography. Hans has... Or Ernst. Jesus. Ernst has actual cartography. Okay, anyways. We are going to start heading towards... actually, you know what? I should have talked to Gus to see if there's anybody around that would be worth having. But apparently I have missed my chance, so no big deal. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we are going to kind of edge our way towards South America, and I actually might pause the recording while I'm traipsing through the Mediterranean here unless something fantastically interesting happens. So you know how I said we were going to South America? Well, right now we are in Argin, which is on the west coast of Africa, because I realized something. I was completely just making shit up, apparently, with the possible location of where this stupid sword is. Let's take another look at the map. I think that this is actually in China, because I had it basically bass-ackwards as far as the location. I thought it was in the southern hemisphere because of the trees to the top, which doesn't make sense because the colder stuff is to the top and then the warmer stuff is below that. That would work in the northern hemisphere, which we've thoroughly explored, for the most part anyways. Actually, not thoroughly, because we haven't been to North America yet. Well, in any case... Oh, and in other news, I hired some other mateys, and... fine. I apparently am not good with the whole HR thing, because they keep wanting to leave. I actually went up to Amsterdam to buy some beads, because I had a feeling that I would do some trading along the way, but right now I'm mostly just trying to keep from losing all my mates that I recruited. So, why I'm here. It's probably in China, but it's also possibly in Timbuktu. No, it's probably in China. I'm not even gonna bother. So, I'm gonna take a kind of unusual route to get to China. I think. If I can get through these stupid storms. Oh, you son of a bitch. I really do need to get a figurehead or something that'll let me sail through these. Tell you what, how about I stop the recording and start again once I'm underway. Oh, and I'm underway now. Thanks, game. Thanks for making me look like a complete idiot. Okay. Actually, I probably should have turned off there, but that's okay. Shit. Shit. We're gonna park it here and wait. We got plenty of food, though, so we're good. Okay, stopping recording. Okay, starting recording. Oh, and starting sailing. We're gonna go to a port over here and resupply and try not to die. We're in Abidjan. Oh, hello. I forgot about this. This is actually... A lot of these storyline bullshit scenes come up when you're outside of Europe. I forgot about that. So, there you go, folks. We're gonna supply... And we're gonna go diagonally to South America. We're gonna sail southwest and hope that we don't run into a storm. That may be a little bit too much to ask for. Oh my god, this is a bad idea. Terrible idea. Starring me, effing controller. Oh, I should have invested in Bristol while I was up in Europe, but whatever. Okay, we haven't crossed the middle point, so... We're just gonna sail west for a bit. And I think we're out of the danger for storms and crap, so that's good. And there we go. Hello, South America. So this here is a river, obviously. We're in Brazil, I think, still, technically. Maybe not. Maybe we're actually in Argentina at this point. But regardless, most of the interesting stuff in Latin America in this game is obviously to the north, where the Caribbean is and everything. Oh, well, you didn't have to justify that to me. I don't care about your Treaty of Tortillas or whatever. Oh, Klaus. Or whatever your name is. Oh. I recruited a guy called Klaus. And, yeah, he is not Hans, apparently. Oh my goodness. That was embarrassing. That's like when you work with somebody and you call them the name of some of your, like, one of your other coworkers. Hugely embarrassing. Well, anyways, we're in Pernambuco, and Pernambuco actually sells a really excellent armor using that little 1 o'clock trick. If you ever want to buy it, it's worth it. But we're not really interested, we just need to supply there. And... there's Rio. Okay, so we were in Brazil, obviously, because that's Rio. There should be a river coming up, I think, that has some interesting stuff. And it should be there. Oh. Well, actually, you know what? Why don't we take a little break here, a little breaksy-wakesy, and we are going to chill out in Montevideo here, and if you guys have a silly name, give it to me. And if you have a silly name for Belgrade, give that to me. And if you just have a silly name for me, lay it on me. I won't be offended. I'm going to sign off now, though, because I want to. I feel like this episode's starting to run a little long. So this has been Effing Controller playing Uncharted Waters New Horizons. Y'all come back now.